definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Do you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No. Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person you played?
I don't see nobody.
I knew nobody. He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's why I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
So I just got to do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him Footballville number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
up.
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, and then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety. He was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's him playing chess with the team. I told the kid. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. It just, I feel like you beat your man every play, you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Dog, they didn't touch you, like.
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim rule? Is something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for a long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what this shit. Big time players step up in big game. All the criticizing and all that is over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?
StreamYard better get their damn logo off my shit. What's wrong with StreamYard? Bitching. What's good, man? What's good? Look at a little cricket over here. Look little sideways or something. What's going on with y'all, man? Y'all thought I wasn't gonna be on time, huh? But I'm in it. Y'all thought I wasn't gonna be on time, huh? Fool, listen, we 11:30 from here on out. Tell your mama, tell your uncle, tell your auntie. We 11:30 from here on out. You feel me? What's going on, man? I'm deep. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. What's up with y'all? Let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know in the comment section where y'all from. Let me know what city y'all from in the comment section. If you can, you remember, drop them IOD Squad emojis. If you remember, drop them IOD Squad emojis. Drop them things. I don't know who calling me, but we live right now, and they ain't gonna answer that thing. How about that? So drop them IOD Squad emojis for your boy. Let me know where you at, where you from in the comment section below. If you want to get involved, man, with Invest or Die, 786-405-9499. If you want to get involved with the crew and be a part of everything we got going on, everything we got coming. The NFT drop coming soon. We're going to give y'all a date on that. And the IOD Squad members will get their chance to go at it first. And then the members will get their chance. And then we'll open it to the public. We'll talk about that later in the show, though. Let me get this thing. Boy, you see we hit 10,000. Do you see we hit 10,000 on Caneville, boy? I know y'all seen that, man. People still ain't gave us our check, dog. We just hit 6,000. We just hit 6,000. We just hit 6,000 on Footballville. And if you're wondering why Caneville, if you ever thought, I mean, I don't know if y'all care or not. If you ever thought about why Caneville has more followers than Footballville, Footballville had to start over. Quick story. Let me tell you a quick story right now. Footballville used to be Footballville TV on Twitter. I think I had like 6,000 followers, man, like 3 years ago. Something of that nature like that. Something. I think it was like 6,000. Had something like that. And then Twitter dinged me for, all of a sudden they started saying, hey, listen, you can't use other people's music. And it wasn't like that before. You know what I'm saying? So they went back and they saw a couple of my videos and they flagged a couple of them for using like other people's music. But this was all new to me. You feel what I'm saying? Fix your shirt, big homie. Fix your shirt. This was all new to me. And they came down on me, put a restriction on the account, and then never gave it back. So if you're wondering why Caneville has more followers than Footballville, but this what came out of that, though. This what came out of that. So there was a guy that owned at Footballville, right? Let's handle this right here. There was a guy that owned at Footballville, right? And his name was Jack Dorsett or something like that. He always was there. I've always seen him. You know what I'm saying? I knew he owned it. I just never really said nothing to him. I thought one day he was going to say something to me. So for years and years, I just watched the Twitter account. Like, I just watched it, and it was him. He looked like he was a coach up in North Florida somewhere. And his sons played, and he was into football. But it seems like when his sons stopped playing, he kind of stopped using the account. So now I'm banned. I'm not banned, but my account now, I'm a Footballville account restricted. Man, there's a lot of good content out there on that account too. So now my Footballville account restricted, and I'm like, I gotta start over. Let me contact this dude, man, and see if he'll be willing to. Sell me at Footballville on Twitter. True story, though. So I'm feeling bad. I'm depressed. You know, took off. My father was gone. I hit him up. I say, hey, you got Footballville on Twitter at Footballville. Would you be willing to sell that? You know what this man said to me, man? Hey, bro, I've been watching you for a while. I see what you're doing. You can have it. Just do something good with it, man. No lie. I said, what? He said, yeah. He said, you can have it, man. This man gave me the password and everything, bro. I think the name Jack Dorsett, I think his name is. The name sounded so familiar, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he said he had been watching me for a while and he liked what I'm doing and he just gave it to me. No, life is not. Everybody in the world ain't bad, dog. You know what I'm saying? Life isn't as bad as we try to make it up, make it seem, or everybody in the world aren't out for themselves. I mean, sometimes you just gotta ask. Sometimes you just gotta ask and stop assuming that things jacked up. So that's my heartfelt story. That's my heartfelt story. Oh man, I got edge everywhere this morning, huh? That's my heartfelt story, dog. But yeah, man, he gave it to me. So we had to start over, but we had to start over at Footballville. And to be honest with you, that is priceless, man. That's priceless. All right, man, let's get this thing popping. How many we got in here? 68 we got in here. From Dade, somebody said he's from Houston. We got Richard in here. We got Rich in here. Big bro dropping the IOD Squad emoji. Somebody watching from Arlington, Texas, Miami, Atlanta, Seattle. Let me see. One of the first things I want to get out here is I don't know how this ends, but in our group me, somebody put a picture of a mom was looking for her son. And I'm gonna post that picture. Let me post out of West Palm. I don't know what came out of it. You know what I'm saying? If he was found, if he was found, then that's fine. You know. But I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna pull that picture up for y'all right now. And if y'all know anything about it, let me know. If y'all like, oh no, man, he good, man. He was just at his, he was just chilling at his girlfriend's house or something like that. Miami at Foxy Lady. Reggie from Gainesville. Let's see. I don't even know where that just took me. What was that about just now? Good Lord. This little guy here. say he's a quarterback named Tiger. My son is missing. He hasn't been seen in 24 hours. He's 17. Anybody knows anything and seen him, please contact Jupiter Police Department or DM me. If trying to get a co-host in here. So I know this was going around the member group me, you know what I'm saying? If anybody know anything about it, we say it must be hard to live in Gainesville. North Dakota. Who from North? We have somebody from North Dakota. But yeah, man. So if anybody know anything about, shout out to Sean Jackson dropping them IOD Squad emojis. Do I still stay in contact with the guy? No, I didn't really no, he's on Twitter. I guess I could just reach out, and be like, hey man, appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could. I'm gonna hit him up today. But the problem is I wouldn't know how to find him because his name was Jack Doucette. Okay, Jack Doucette was his name. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I just searched his name, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if I just searched his name. So if anybody heard anything about this young man or if they found him or whatever, or if you know anything about it, man, I think this is pretty jacked up. I hope little homie come home. So we got Fort Myers, Brooklyn, BK Kane. You in Brooklyn, big doggy? Damn. That boy say he in Brooklyn. That boy say he in Brooklyn. Let me see. Synergy Sweet's trying to get in contact with me. Maybe. Make sure she okay. Make sure she good. Seems like every time you get on live, seems like everybody want to get in touch with you then. As soon as you start doing something. See, let's make sure she's straight. That boy from Brooklyn. Where's Fort Greene? Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle, Synergy Sweet just hit me up, man. I gotta make sure she good. Okay, nah, she's straight. Okay, I got her. She's straight. So yeah, man, this is a young man in Jupiter, Florida, man. Mom said he was missing. If y'all haven't heard anything about that, or if y'all can help with the situation, man, she said contact Jupiter Police. That's horrible. To be honest with you, sad. NFT. Yeah, see Gucci got new stuff working on. I gotta holler at her about NFTs. Let's see if we can get Synergy Sweets in here and see if she won't come on and talk. What's up with the new DB? DB coach? Hey, Cal. I said, hey, man, you want to come on the show? She said, heck no. She said, heck no. Cal, I thought you were working on her, man. I thought you was trying. She funny. She funny. What'd you say? Slow progress we getting now? That's funny, dog. She ain't even trying. She ain't even trying to get. She ain't even trying. She's like, no. Right. Okay. So you're talking about the new DB coach. The new DB coach. Let's see. Oh, we are okay. So we already got the Twitter in here. All right. So no, we got the Facebook in here. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, man, we're hearing a lot of good things about the new DB coach, dog. He was a highly recruited. I think he was a highly. Let me see if I can find this tweet for y'all where they were talking about the new DB coach. Let me see if I can find this. Jahmile Addae. I was in there somewhere. Courtney Holmes. What's up with Kevin Steele? Has Kevin Steele signed his papers? Is he in Charleston Peterson? What's going on, bro? So Gaddis was a safety in college and he wanted to be a DC. I was trying to find this morning, I saw somebody asking about the DB coach because of what you guys just said. Somebody was asking about it, and a Georgia page, somebody from Georgia was like, "Listen, bro, you guys are getting a good guy." He was like, "You're getting a good guy," and basically one of the top recruiters last year in college football. Manny on suicide watch. Why would Manny be on suicide watch? Why would Manny be on suicide watch? Do you think players from GA or Michigan will transfer to follow them? I think it gives you an in with some players. But I don't think Cristobal doesn't seem to be hard up for. He doesn't seem to be hard up for recruiting or getting recruits. It seems like to me that part he kind of has. he knows exactly what he's trying to accomplish, what he's trying to do. And I can't see that playing a huge part. I can't see that playing a huge part in any of his in anything he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I just think I think he's going after quality, solid guys. Whatever comes with it, comes with it. The Kevin Smith thing, I can kind of see how Kevin Smith could have used Parrish as leverage to get over. Man, why y'all ain't tell me my pretty lights wasn't on in the back, man? Dang, dog. See if we can get the pretty lights back on in the back. I'm over here slacking and y'all ain't telling me nothing. See if we can get the pretty lights back on here. Darn. But yeah, I don't think Cristobal is harder. But I also think with anything, some coaches have relationships with kids, and can it happen? Yeah, it can happen. I mean, I think the Parrish thing was more direct. I think the Parrish thing was. Yeah, I can see how the Parrish thing could have went down like that. I really can. I can see how the Parrish thing could have went down like that. All right. You got my pretty, you know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all ain't let your boy know he was slacking back there, man. Man. I think Fields is in the recruiting department, Cal. We got word yesterday that he wouldn't be the tight end coach. So I think he is in the recruiting department. Shout out to Pensacola, Florida. Boy over there on old Panhandle. So I think Fields may go back to recruiting. We haven't got word on that. Let me see if I can put that out there right now. We haven't got word on that. They're nervous up here in 850. I can smell it in the air. What 850? Where? Tallahassee? Lake City, Florida. Shout out to Lake City, Florida. I don't think it means anything for DVD. DVD had already got off the field. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if it means anything for DVD. He was already off the field in another position. So we're gonna get Richard in here, man. Richard, you in the back? Can you hear me? What's going on, Rick?
Yo, what's going on? Could you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. You in? Yeah, give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear Richard. What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. You know how it is. Working from home, trying to do my thing.
Got you. I saw you had your video on, man. You're trying to be sexy, man. You know what I'm saying?
I do video calls all day, so I'm not afraid to have the video on. If you prefer that, that's cool with me.
Nah, I don't gotta look at your ugly face. Hey. So listen to me. You attended Clemson, right?
Yeah, I went there.
You actually went to Clemson, or it was like online school?
Nah, I went to Clemson, the Harvard of the South, as they call it in South Carolina.
They call it the Harvard of the South.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
What year was this?
I went there from 04 to 06.
From 04 to 06. So this one they still hadn't won anything yet, right?
Yeah, this is when they still had Tommy Tuberville. They had Reggie Merriweather at running back. That's unfortunately that was Miami's first loss to Clemson. Reggie Merriweather ran all over us during that game. And him and I was the same height, so they always mistake me for him. So it was good going to frat parties, of course, because but that's neither here nor there.
so Reggie Merriweather. That's funny, bro. Where did he end up going? Did he end up doing anything?
He actually, I think he tried out for a couple of teams for about a year or two, and he's from Charleston, South Carolina. So he just, I think he ended up coming back down to Charleston. I think he might have coached a little bit at his alma mater, James Island High School. But that's pretty much it. But Charlie Whitehurst was there. Leroy Hill was there. I had a class with Leroy Hill. He taught me. Uh-huh. And Whitehurst was like a 7 or 8 year backup in the NFL.
Was it?
Yeah, man. He was collecting those checks. He was I was there around the time when Dabo was the receivers coach. And when Tuberville was fired, I think it was Tuberville, when he was fired, all the players were basically like, they basically vouched for Dabo to become the coach.
And that's when Dabo that's when Dabo took over.
That's when he took over. So he was kind of a unanimous decision in order to become a coach. But the thing is, it's almost similar to Manny Diaz and how he became the coach. But to be honest, it's a little bit different when you're at a program that's used to winning at a very, very high caliber, like Miami.
Right.
And you're at Clemson, where there's no other entertainment in the city but Clemson football. So whether you are 1-11 or you're 12-0, people are still going to fill up the stands. There's still going to be 80,000 people there. They still going to tailgate, because what else is there to do? I mean, you got the local strip club called Tiger Tails.
Right.
And
what's it called?
Tiger Tails.
Tiger Tails.
That's you got the average age of the strippers over there is like 48 years old.
Nah, it can't be true. Are you serious, dog?
Man, yes, it is. It's absolutely true. Then you got Anderson, South Carolina. That was the nearest Walmart, which was 25-minute drive away. And then you got Walhalla. That should tell you everything right there.
Walhalla?
Yep, the city called Walhalla. If you're going towards if you're going up north towards Georgia. And then you got Pickens County, which is going back east. And Pickens County at the time when I went to Clemson was like #1 in domestic violence in the United States. So that tells you so it the landscape of where you are when you go to Clemson, South Carolina. So the city itself is also the university.
The city itself is also the university.
Yep.
Is it a Walmart there? Like, I remember waking up and we were like 2 miles away from Clemson. And when I woke up, what I saw kind of shocked me, because I was like, bro, this is the country, bro.
Yep. And so Derek Alford said, I thought Bobby Bowden's son. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was Bobby Bowden's son. I forget his name.
What?
Tommy Bowden. Tommy Bowden. He was the coach, not Tuberville. Tommy Bowden.
Tommy Bowden was the coach.
Yes, he was. And Pickens County is racist. Yes, it is. Or it was back then. It might still be.
Right.
So
Yeah,
you
but-
mentioned you were
Go
two
ahead.
miles away from Clemson, and what
Right,
happened?
and when I woke up, what I saw kind of like it shocked me because I was like, man, I didn't realize that it was like White Springs, Florida. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize it was like in the middle of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And in town, is it like a Walmart there? How the biggest the city? What would you compare it to?
Whew, what would I compare it to? In Florida, it's really hard to compare it to anything because it's. I would say Lakeland, but Lakeland is bigger than Clemson.
Wow.
Maybe Bartow, a city like that. To be honest, you don't start to see cities that look like Clemson until you get right outside of Jacksonville. Then you start to see, once you cross into Georgia, like Brunswick, Georgia, that's when, the cities start really resembling each other. I would say this though, in terms of nature, because you're 2 hours from the Blue Ridge Mountains. So if you're into nature or if you've never seen that before, that does take your breath away a little bit when you see a college campus that has a golf course. They make their own ice cream there. Even the facilities, what they do with the facilities, and they have been doing for a long time, is they make it so that the college kids don't ever have to go off campus for anything.
Right.
So they had a lot of the amenities that a lot of colleges are just getting. They had them a long time ago because they understand the game. If you bring a guy from any part of Florida to Clemson, it's really going to be a culture shock.
Right. I visited there maybe 3 years ago, and it was the campus was Disney World for football. If y'all just getting in here, man, wait 1 second. Shout out to Stu Feldman, man. Just became a member. Stu, go check out the member section. Go to the community section. All you do is hit the icon under the video right there. Go to the main page, and then at the top somewhere it says community. So you can get into the member group me, man. It's a lot of things coming from members and IOD Squad members. A lot of, what's the word? Rich. What's the word? There's a lot of benefits. There's some benefits that's coming, and one of them is with NFTs, what we're about to drop, and it's going to start with the IOD Squads and the members. They'll get first shot at these things.
Absolutely.
So shout out to you, Stu. For becoming a member, man. We totally appreciate it. What we're looking at, man, we're looking at, this is Carroll City. When Carroll City was, that's the great Patty right there, Miami Central coach. This is Carroll City versus Miami Central in 2017. Listen, bro, for a second, hold on, man. For a second, man. We're going to listen to this, man. This game was rocking, dog. Check this out for a second. Oh, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? I know that guy looks familiar. Who is this?
That's that boy. And you know what's crazy about his story? Cam Harris's story is interesting because this dude was on the same team with Naquan Wright.
Yeah.
And
hold the story. Hold on. I'm going to let you tell it right after we watch this. Yeah, right. Oh, who is that? Who is that standing in the That was Coach Hippolyte. He's now on the staff. This was the James Cook game. This was the game when James Cook scored 3 touchdowns, like in the fourth quarter, back to back to back, 3 touchdowns to bring the team back. And it's going to be things like that we're going to make into NFTs. And James Cook made. Where do you think James Cook get drafted at?
I think let's first and foremost let me preface what I say with this.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened a lot to kids that come from the crib, where because of the college that they go to and because of how the coaches use them in college, they don't because they're used sparingly. They're not as highly. They aren't high draft picks. However, when you look at their career, like for instance, Duke Johnson been in the league for 7 years. And, if you look at him, he's still healthy. He'll probably be in the league for 3 more years. So was he a first round draft pick? No. But because of the skill set that they come out with from here down, from the crib, they're able to be career guys in the NFL. So James Cook probably won't go until maybe the 3rd or 4th round, maybe 5th round. Right. But I believe that with his skill set and where the game is going, he's going to be one of those kids who's going to be in the league for 5, 6, 7 years. He's going to be a career guy once again when he gets to the league, no doubt. So it's all in because when you look at what he does, he could be utilized in several different offenses. Even if hell, you could even put him up there in Tennessee, right? Because Derrick Henry ain't catching no passes. So not like that. Not like
Derrick Henry. He never catches the ball out of the backfield, huh?
He probably does. I don't consistently watch him, but what I'm saying is you ain't lining up Derrick Henry in the slot. You ain't doing that. I mean, he ain't stacking nobody. It ain't happening. So that's why James Cook is so valuable, because if you need a change of pace guy, you could throw James Cook in there on 3rd down and put him in the slot, and now you got to have a linebacker cover James Cook. Come on now.
Right.
That's a mismatch. Even in the backfield.
There's James right there.
Yep. There he is. You could have him in a 2-back set, right? So there's a lot of ways that you could utilize him, and that's what makes him really valuable. But the position he plays, as Kyle Branch mentioned, running backs are devalued nowadays, and people think that they could just get running backs off of a tree somewhere, which is not the case. Most teams that have a losing record don't have a great running game. It is what it is. So he has a lot of value in terms of his skill set, but in the draft, he's not going to be drafted very high.
There's Naquan right there. You had a Naquan Wright and Cam Harris story you want to tell?
No, I was just going to mention with that, a lot of people, I heard Wholesome say this yesterday. I'm going to give a shout out to him. A lot of people don't understand the brilliance, which is Cam Harris. I say that because I thought of The Color Purple. All's my life I had to fight, right? But that's kind of his story, because when he was in high school, he had Naquan back there, and I think there was another back that was there too. I forget his name, but it was he had a lot of competition in high school, and he went from virtually, having a lukewarm recruitment to becoming that dude, right? to get a scholarship to go to Miami. And even when he came to Miami, it was kind of the same thing. Even with Don Chaney and Rooster coming in, it was the same thing. It was like, he had to really accentuate what his strengths are. When you look at him for the NFL game, he's stockier guy, but here's what happens when you're a stockier back. When you're a stockier back, you're much harder to tackle. So the NFL, when it comes to running backs, especially in the passing league, they're kind of looking for you to be that guy who can get 2 yards in the cloud of dust, 3 yards in the cloud of dust first, right? And he has the body type that could do that.
Right.
So there's a place for him in the NFL too. Just like I look at, kind of reminds me of Sony Michel, where Sony Michel was extremely fast, cut on a dime, and all that before all the injuries he had. But even now, he's useful because of two things. Number one, he's a north and south runner. If it's 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, he's going to pick up the first down. And he can also pass block like a mofo. If you see this dude block, you're like, you want to take every running back, sit him in a room, and be like, this is the way you motherfucking block. Excuse my French.
Right. Yeah, I got James Cook right there. Go ahead.
Right.
And this is James Cook at DB.
Yeah. My question with James Cook is, you think he'll be used, for punt return or kick return in the NFL?
I think they should. I haven't seen him from what I can recall. I haven't seen him go back there and do that like his brother did. I don't recall seeing. Well, okay, in high school he did. I'm talking. I remember in practice him actually training in practice run back kicks. But I don't remember him. There he is in the Wildcat. But I don't remember him being effective at kick return or punt return. But I think they should. Well, what you think?
I think so too. I would say it depends on the offense. Like if he's used similar to Alvin Kamara, I think you can't really have Kamara at punt return or kick return because they use him so much on offense. So that would be a perfect scenario for him. But if he goes to, like I mentioned, a team that has a bell cow back like a Derrick Henry or Nick Chubb, then I think you probably do use them at punt and kick return in order to get them on the field.
Right.
But
so what? Go ahead.
I was going to mention on the NFT side of things. So I know you got a couple of clips of Cook. So we definitely gotta let the viewers decide, what NFT they want us to make first in terms of a James Cook NFT. So I think that'll be dope. There's one right there.
And these was the 3 touchdowns. And watch only on Footballville. I'm gonna find his mom in the audience. I'm gonna find her in the audience. I'm almost sure I did. Yep. There she go right there. James Cook, Miami Central, and they go her mama. And they go his mama. Only on Footballville, fool. Like you almost think it was right, and they go with mama. And it's gonna be things like this that we create of NFTs, and you just keep it in the mindset of, like I keep telling you, playing cards and how big playing cards became. And it was just because these companies had a lot of money and they made rookie cards a thing. It's his rookie card, right?
Right.
If you think about it, it's like Whoopie-Doo. But they made it a thing. With Footballville, we're going to allow you to just be a part of their childhood. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like you can say, hey, I have James Cook 3 touchdowns in a row, a video of him 3 touchdowns in a row, his mom dancing, and who knows, James Cook may one day be in the Hall of Fame, or James Cook may one day be or NFL Rookie of the Year, or something like that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Win the
saying?
Super
But you
Bowl.
have a piece of the history, right? But Footballville is been to allow the community to have a piece of history.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't
man.
realize I kept
And
the
that's
camera on her that long.
and
Their
that's
whole
big
entire
time.
family, though, bro. Their whole entire family is athletic. The little girl next to her, she's like a cheerleader. Just one of them families, though. Somebody say James would be great for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think so too. I think they got Anthony McFarland there now, who
Mm-hmm.
kind of fills that role that James has, but you know how the NFL is. It's a not for long league. So if you got somebody better, they taking the better option.
You said a not for long league.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Right. You don't.
And that's why I say what some of the former Canes are doing is really remarkable. Like when you think about Sheldrick Redwine, he's still in the league. Travis Benjamin is still in the league. Duke Johnson is still in the league. And you got to ask yourself, why are these dudes still getting contracts? Frank Gore been in the league forever. So my whole
he
adult
finally put
life,
it down, right?
right? My whole adult life, this man been in the league. So you got to ask yourself, why is it that kids from South Florida are in the league for so long?
Why? I mean, why do you think? Why do y'all think in the comment section? Why do y'all think? I've always asked that question. I always try to get to the bottom of. All right, we talk about Miami being speed, right? I just wanted to know why. Like why are we so fast down here?
It's
Talk to
not me personally. I think it's not being afraid of competition. I think that's what it boils down to. And the other thing that we have, which becomes contagious, is we root for each other in our own way. Like, for instance, if you're Shamar Stewart or you are James Williams, even though they're not playing on the same team in college, you still root for, you know what I'm saying, Shamar to do well, just like Shamar's going to root for James Williams to do well. Because y'all know y'all going to meet each other at the league. And I think we're just built to not be afraid of that type of competition.
And you think that is, how do we get speed out of that?
So when it comes to speed, let's say you got to line up against somebody that's as fast as Santana Moss or Sonoris Moss, guys like that who got elite speed. You might not have that type of elite speed, or it may not be proven as of yet, but you got to line up with that guy. So if you know that you got to line up with a guy like that on the track and in a football game, how are you going to train?
Right.
You're going to take training a little bit more seriously because you don't want to get embarrassed. So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. So it goes back to competition.
So you think it's just a competition, iron sharpening iron, basically.
Absolutely.
For year in and year out.
Yep.
This right here is one of my videos from 2016. This is Jerry Jeudy versus Ohio State cornerback Shaun Wade. Where's Shaun Wade at now? Do we know? He has to be in the league, right?
Who?
Plays for the Patriots. Shaun Wade, cornerback out of Florida, went to Ohio State. Number 26 for the Patriots. This is him in high school versus Jerry Jeudy.
There you go.
And this is the first time I realized that no matter how good a cornerback is, for the most part, he's at a wide receivers. He's at a disadvantage. This is the first time I realized that. then he's at a disadvantage. And some guys you just have to double cover because
Right.
it's a hard thing to do to know where somebody this talented is going. There's one play on here, man, where he kind of like made him turn around. That's Sean Wade and that's Jerry Judy, high school. See, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You get a couple, man, every now and then, Dion and a couple of these elite guys that can just get in front of anybody. But I realized it's very hard to do, man. It's kind of like in basketball.
It is.
Like if a guy is a scorer, you can't stop him. Like
Right.
you can only like kind of contain them, and you know what I'm saying? You can't really stop them.
Like Vince Carter. I mean, Vince Carter was just straight up talented, right? It's just he was born. That's God given right there. It's God given. Yes, you work hard, but you know the next man is working hard too. He ain't gonna jump no 50, 55 inches in the air. That's God given.
Right.
So
Somebody
you
just
do
said,
have
nah,
that.
bro. The speed comes from Negro ancestry that moved from places like Georgia and South Carolina and Alabama. Okay, so how do you? Okay, so if that's where it's coming from, right? So bro. The speed comes from Negro ancestry that moved from places like Georgia and South Carolina and Alabama. What he saying? They moved to Florida?
Well, so when we start to get into that debate, I don't want to go nerd on nobody. I really don't. But
go nerd.
but there's actually a video on YouTube about who's the strongest. You know what culture or race is stronger, or what sports fit them best based on their body type. And 75% of the NFL is of African descent. So,
Right.
and the one thing to know about that is there's a certain chromosome that you have to have in order to build muscles and keep muscles on your frame, as well as have fast twitch muscles. It's called the RR chromosome. So, believe it or not, in Africa, it has a lot to do with where you are. There's some climate elements to it. There's bloodline elements to it as well. But in Africa, in actuality, they have a higher RR chromosome than we do in the United States, just because of their diet, bloodline, so on and so forth. So they actually, if they were in the same situation and they were in the football, they would actually be. You would basically have Usain Bolt at wide receiver, and that would be a common thing, right? Just like for Hawaiians are able to pack on size as well as muscle very well because of their climate, their diet. They store a lot of fat because they come from regions where it's colder. So in their genome, they actually store more fat, which of course with more fat in some cases you can build strength as well. So they have a very unique combination of size and strength. So that's why you'll see a Samoan who's like Vita Vea, who's 6'3", 380 pounds, and he can still move and be athletic. And you're like, that's just humanly not possible. But it's in their genome. So the one thing I'll say about football is this. Football is the only sport where you can take all of these different types of genomes, all of these different types of body types, short, tall, stronger, store more fat, whatever, and you got to utilize all these different types of genetics in a succinct way in order to defeat your opponent. So that's me being a nerd. I'm done with that. so
So
we
sum
can
it up.
keep talking about it,
So
but
sum it up. Put it in English. Sum it up. Put it in English for people. You saying what?
so basically, I'm saying that from the league is 75% of African descent. From that perspective, you have folks that have a higher RR chromosome. So you're going to be able to retain muscle a lot better typically, and you're also going to have a little bit more longevity with that retained muscle. So that's basically it. There's more factors that, like I said, there's the mentality factor as well. When you come from an environment where you're not afraid of competition, where you're a little bit hungrier than most people, because of your circumstances that you come from, as well as the fact that you just have this sport more readily available, and it's also celebrated more down here than most. So those mentality factors play a role in it as well.
Kyle say, I think it's because you grow up doing this. You're running all the time. Your legs and body get used to moving relentlessly at a young age. DJ say we magical. Everybody say black people are magical. Stu say good weed. It's the good weed down here.
I mean, but you do have, because like your offensive linemen, you got to look at the strongman competition. When you look at the strongman competition, most of those boys are from where? Finland, Iceland, places like that. Why? Because people from that region, yes, they are white. They're typically taller. So you look at the men and women in that region, they're taller, and they have to store fat because it's so cold. So just like same thing when you go to Minnesota to get a lineman, he's going to be 6'5", 6'6", 320 pounds, 340 pounds because of the region that they live in. So it produces that type of genotype. So yeah, you're right. So you down here in the tropical weather, you're probably going to run faster. But if you in Minnesota, you're probably going to pack on a little bit of fat because it's so cold up there. So there's some truth to that type of stuff too.
Mr. Emax said, I moved from those places to South Florida. I bet a very high percentage of top South Florida athletes in 2022, grandparents and great-grandparents came from North Florida, Georgia, or Carolinas.
I agree with that. The majority. I agree with that. Absolutely. Because even when you talk about Seminole Indians were black Indians. Where they came from? The Low Country.
The Low Country.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's what they used to call. When I was in South Carolina, that's exactly what they called it, the Low Country.
Geechee Gullah.
The Low Country. Nah, man, that wasn't nerd, man. That was on point, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, but that was always a question I always tried to answer because we always said it in South Florida speed. I'm like, now my take was, this is what I thought. I thought because we played weighted football, so you had to be. None of the big kids used to play football. Everybody was skinny, and then you had older but lighter. They would let older kids play, which is we found out in life. We found out later that was the dumbest ever in life, dog. Yeah, we allow older kids to play versus younger kids. They just had to be smaller. They called it older but lighter. And I just thought because our game was based on a bunch of skinny kids and there were no slow offensive linemen out there, that the game was faster. Now, that just was my theory, you know what I'm saying? But what we realize in life is that as kids, this is the funny dynamic of kids sport. As kids, right? You could take take 2 third graders. You could take a third grader. One is 85 pounds, or one is 75 pounds, and the other one could be 115 pounds. They're both third graders. They would compete against each other. But as soon as you take a 4th grader, and this is what we were doing. You take a 4th grader and put him down with the third graders. The third grader looks at him like he in 4th grade. And his maturity and his body maturity and things of that nature created a huge disadvantage for the third grader. And we were thinking that the bigger was the disadvantage. But no, as kids, it was more experience. Is your body developing one more year gave you a huge advantage over the younger kids. And for years we did that. But I realized that only teams that could win the Pop Warner Championship, all the teams that won Pop Warner Championships were a team full of older but lighter kids because they were older.
They were older.
Right.
And
you
their
could not go
mindset
in there
was
with a straight
different.
Right. And it took me a while to realize that you couldn't go in there with a straight weight team and really win a Pop Warner Championship because, and this was national wide, you know what I'm saying? Because the team with the older kids gave him a huge advantage. And I think it starts leveling out like in high school, maybe 10th grade, where now a 9th grader could play possibly with a, you get what I'm saying? But in youth football, it's a huge advantage, though. Huge advantage.
It is. Because even the mindset is different. If you take a kid who's 8 years old, this kid is more interested in getting pizza after the game. He's more interested in my daddy said he gonna give me some pizza if I do good. He's more interested in that than a 10-year-old who, like, you know, mama's struggling and I see it now. I get it. Maybe this is a way for me to get us out of here, right? They got a whole different mentality, so they're gonna play different. And it's so interesting because it's separated by 1 or 2 years, right? That maturity level. And then, like you mentioned, you get to high school, and the maturity level is almost all the same. It's just the time under tension. Now, that's why you're gonna have a junior who's gonna be, you know, let's say you take a junior running back, he's gonna be 200 pounds versus a freshman running back who's still 165 pounds. You know, this time under tension.
Right. Brian Beast Anglin said, how ironic the winners are now bigger and have the bigger athletes in the trenches.
True.
Mental genes, knowing that you have to work much harder. Insane said the little league system down here screwed a lot of kids with the rate restriction. It did. It really did. It really did, dog. And I don't know how they were doing it in other places. I don't know if other places been unlimited weight. I'm not sure. But I know down here, man, once it hit us, and you know who changed it? Basically, Flo Rida and his league changed it. It was basically like Freezy, Flo Rida, the FYFL league. They went to play Snoop in Cali. And they went over there and they saw how big these kids was and got their ass whooped. And they were like, hey, man, we doing this wrong. Something ain't right. And they started the whole unlimited weight thing where you could be any size, but you just had to play against kids your age. And they were right.
Right. Yeah, that's true. But I will say this. All of that, because there's some advantages to that too. Because if you had an older brother, right? you would always, you know what I'm saying, you would get your ass whooped by your older brother at anything, whether basketball, football, and you, like, as the younger brother, made it your mission to one day beat your older brother. So that does help in a way, because when you playing against older kids and that's your cousin, he 2 years older than you, and he's steady whooping your ass, you like, man, one day, and you gonna keep playing them until you finally beat him. When you become an 8th grader, you become a 9th grader, you start to grow. And because of all that time under tension, once again, where you had to play the best of the best, you become better than even your older siblings. So that happens a lot. You always see it where the younger brother is typically a uh better at sports than the older brother, because look at LaMelo Ball, for instance. Think about that household. For many years, you had 2 older brothers who used to kick your ass. Now look, and that's how that happens sometimes. So sometimes you got to play bigger and better competition in order to get you right, in order to get you where you need to
Yeah.
go.
No, that's how that happens all the time. That's one of my biggest things. I always say that. There's two things you can tell. You can tell when a kid has a bigger brother, and you can tell when a girl has a bigger sister. You can tell when a little girl has a big sister because the little girl always look more mature. She always has. She can do her hair. There's certain things she can do, but the little
Right.
brother benefits from the bigger brother all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Remember this day, though. This was a big day in Footballville.
Don Chaney.
Yeah, when we shot that video with him working out, that was a grown man, dog. But yeah, the little, there's your boy Robert Kiyosaki. The little
Casper
brother
Padre.
always, the little brother always benefit from the bigger brother, always. And it's just because he's sitting there, he's soaking everything up. Yeah, basically, and yeah, he's sitting there, he's soaking everything up, and you can't deny. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the fact. It's not even what you're teaching him. It's not. It's just he's there looking up to his big brother, and he wants to do everything his big brother does.
Right.
With the Wilson, Chad Wilson, Quincy Wilson, and his kids.
Right. And that's good or bad too. Because if your older brother out there on the corner, your little brother want to be harder than the older brother, you know? So that goes both ways too. But I'm gonna have to get off in a couple minutes. I gotta get back to the job. So I'm gonna be on here a couple more minutes. I don't know if you got anybody else queued up, but
No, we good. We good. We good. No, you did a good job,
cool,
bro.
cool.
Good job with your nerdy stuff. With your Clemson education.
Shoot, I went there for 2 years. That's it, and I learned a lot though, man. It was a culture shock coming from Miami going up there. It's a culture shock. So one thing I learned, this story I do want to tell. They tell you when you get up there, they tell the black. I don't know if they still do it, but they told us. They said if you see a black person, make sure you nod, make sure you acknowledge them, cause y'all the only motherfuckers up here. So y'all better get to know one another. You know what I'm saying? That way, if you need something, you act like a family. You get what I'm saying? Like you're not caught in the woods by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time coming from Miami where I had that talk. So that was really interesting.
That is an interesting talk. Like, what were they trying to say?
They was trying to say don't get caught in these woods by yourself. That's what they was trying to say.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah,
they say that. I bet you they don't tell them that when they come on them visits.
Nah, they ain't gonna tell you that on the visits. You got to talk to the black people that's going there. So,
All right, man.
all right, man. Let me
Gotta
get
get
up
out
out
of
of here. Yeah, man. It was a pleasure being on your show, man. I appreciate it.
Yo, no problem, bro. This right here is a this was a Pasadena team. It had Naquan Wright, James Cook, the kid from Carol City that went to Florida and found out he had a neck injury and never got to play again. Oh my God, the lady almost died over there. Somebody hit the lady. Wait a minute, y'all saw that? I never saw this in the video, and I edited the video. Oh no, wait a minute. She knocked down the whole bench. Let's see if we can slow this thing down. That's funny, dog. Check it out. She gonna knock down the whole. He gonna knock over. She gonna knock down the whole bench. Watch this. Right there. Bloop. Hey, dog, I've never saw that before, and I edited the video. That's weird. But this is Naquan Wright right here, number 5 at DN. So I saw y'all saying that nowhere else in the United States that there's a weight restriction. And then somebody said in South Carolina they had one. Yeah, I wasn't sure how unique that was, what we were doing. I just knew that once it hit me that, man, this is wrong. This is not right, man. The older kids have a disadvantage. It's not the bigger kids. It's the older kids. Imagine going up. Chaka James. Chaka. Imagine going up in that type of environment, no support for the other side until you can run and jump for them. You're right, Chaka. I mean, yeah. You're right. I totally get it. Then once you get there, the coaches act different. You know what I'm saying? They ain't as comforting as they was when they were sitting on your couch. You know what I'm saying? So we're showing these old. We're gonna start showing you some of the older content we have, and then we're gonna to show you like some of the things that we have in the fold, and some of the things we plan on making NFTs out of. Streeter is military. Attention to details. Right. Some of these moments we're going to make NFTs. Some of these viral things that we have, we're going to convert them to NFTs. And as a community, man, we're going to keep explaining how we're going to do it. We're going to allow everybody to basically. It's going to start with the IOD Squad members, then the members, the YouTube members, or the Facebook members. You'll get a chance to buy in and purchase some of the NFTs we create, and then we'll open it to the public. But as a community, man, if we can get this thing moving and get them buying and show some traction, like, oh man, what is Footballville? They selling NFTs over there. The value of whatever you brought goes up. And I'm talking about, I mean, Mehdi just brought a human. It's a picture of a human. Basically, and it's up 60% in like a month or something like that. DJ Mehdi in here somewhere. It's a picture of a human. It's a human. I guess these are humans that are supposed to be in the metaverse, but it's a picture of a weird looking little human, and it's up 60% in like a month or something like that. But these guys are creating these situations. They're making the pictures, creating the story, and then they're getting a Discord and they're marketing, trying to get people in their Discord to buy up the NFTs once they drop. And then what it does is people are like, oh, they buy NFTs over there. What's that? And then the value of them start going up because you put it on the market and you resell it. I don't have to create a community. I created my community the last 10 years. I already have the community. That's why when we sat down and we brainstormed about this thing, we was like, listen, bro, like we've already done the hard part. We already created a community. We just got to create the NFTs and the platform and allow you guys to be a part of it. It's like revenue sharing, basically. I'm saying, listen, man, you could be a part of this if you just buy into it. NFTs are cool. They're going to cost somewhere between $400, $40, $40, $50, $100 maybe. I think it was cheap as you can probably get it with the gas fees and everything. It's probably like something like $70, maybe $70. And they may go up all the way to, I have one now that's $800, maybe a couple $1,000 for people who want to invest at that level. But you'll be able to get in somewhere between $60 and $100. You'll be able to get in between there, and now you have something that has a value. And NFTs is going to be a part of everything we do. It's going to be in the future. There's going to be a part of everything you do. Y'all just getting in here, man. We're looking at the famous Pasadena team that had James Cook, Naquan Wright. The kid I was just talking about, the defensive back. You say Philip Dorsett was the fastest king? There's so many of them. Yeah, Kevin Smith was his name, right? What was his name? You had Hester. I want to believe that Hester wasn't track fast. Hester was elite football fast. I want to believe. Yeah, like track fast and football fast are two different things. Charles is saying, that boy said, I watch a few Noel podcasts. It's like sitting through a funeral, nothing like this. Well, Footballville is unique in its own right, bro. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I mean, I've created something that's unique, and I'm going to allow you guys to buy in and be a part, to go right along with the IOD investing. It all goes together. You feel me? That boy said ain't nothing like this. All right, I didn't realize we've been on here an hour and 20 minutes already. Did I touch everything we were trying to touch? Good Lord. Talking about the missing kid. Yeah, we kind of talking. Good Lord. You say Maxie ran a 4-1. Man, this man rocket jets in his ass. What the hell? What are we talking about here? A 4-1. Appreciate that, Charles. I totally appreciate that. Yeah, man, I already stood on the sideline in the heat with a camera and captured all this stuff. Now I'm just saying, hey, the world has gave us a way where we can all benefit off of it. We just need y'all, the community, to be a part. We just need my community to come together, man. We start buying these things, we make some noise. And whatever you buy, the value of it go up. And we're going to keep educating you on NFTs in the future and things of that nature. But we will create a drop date, and man, we're going to get going. Bro Jackson ran the 4-1. Jalen Knight, our running back, is pretty fast. Is he Jalen Knight fast? You think he's? I don't know if he ran track in high school. I never heard anything about him running track. So listen, man, 11:30 every day. That's the plan for the Morning Breath Show. I was on time today. Talk to y'all for a second. I was on time today. 11:30 every day. That's the plan. The plan, goddamn it. 11:30 every day. Yeah, set it on your calendars. Write it down. Hey Siri. Why my Siri don't answer me no more? She used to say, uh-huh. Hey Siri, you having a nice day?
Thanks. I hope you have a nice day too.
I said, are you having a nice day, Siri? Hey Siri, who's the Texans head football coach?
David Culley coaches the Texans.
I thought they changed, Siri. I thought don't the Texans have a new coach? Hey Siri, who's the Miami Dolphins new head coach?
Brian Flores is the coach for the Dolphins.
Siri kind of behind, ain't she? See, I thought Siri was smarter than this. Siri kind of behind on her info. Maybe Siri need old software update or something. I don't know what. Siri can't get the. What the hell is Siri talking about? Siri late in the mother. DVD was fast. Now, I think that's how that was behind. DVD whole drafting was behind that. I think DVD was fast. Charleston Peterson was part of 850. I'm from Panama City. Yeah, Siri kind of a couple days behind. Siri giving the wrong information. That's Naquan right there, hopping around like an old bunny rabbit. Man, how long is this video? Good Lord. 10 minutes? So listen, there's only a couple more on the Miami Hurricane coaching staff. There's only a couple more spots left. Stephen Fields won't be the tight end coach, so I think we need a tight end coach, right? And I think we need a quarterback coach. But the staff is filling in. I don't hear anybody complaining anymore. It was a nice tall glass of shut the F up handed to y'all this weekend. And rightfully so, with all the naysayers. You know what I'm saying? Chattahoochee, old country boy. I'm proud of myself, Shane. 11:30 every day, dog. Morning breath show. Y'all write it down. We're going to keep this thing popping. I think we started like 11:32. White House, Texas. Hey, bro, I think people sleeping on Kevin Steele recruiting ability. Why you say that? Oh, I thought that boy caught that thing with one hand. Boy, I'm finna say, whoa. Why you think people sleeping on Kevin Steele, man? You just making that up? Where that come from? So listen, bro. Hour and 30, man. We finna get up out of here. If y'all trying to get involved with investing, I told y'all about crypto, dog. It's turning around already. If you go look at your crypto investments, if you're an IOD Squad, we understand what it is. It's turning around already. It was just down a week ago, and everybody was like, Bitcoin is in the share. Well, it's turning around. I think it touched 45K last night. And dog, we simply a little bit, we're a little news away from the thing blowing out the water. Well, I want y'all to hear this, man. This is like Footballville. This is Brian the Beast London. I pay him to do this for Footballville. Check it out. And we're going to get out of here on this note.
Pastime may The national pastime may be baseball, but there's no doubt that the heartbeat of America is football. It's undeniably the nation's most popular sport. At the foundation of the sport of football is youth football. Pee-wees, Pop Warner, Muddy Mites, midgets. It all starts with fun, passion, a dream, drive, motivation, blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. Here at Footballville, football is a religion. The game is our practice. Join us as we present youth football.
That was Brian the Beast London, the radio personality.
If you're a doctor, therapist, chiropractor, nutritionist, or other healthcare professional, then you probably spend